What is up, YouTube? So basically, I'm just doing this video just because I've seen quite a bit of tech now for Marisa, and I just thought I'd do a little bit of like sort of tips and tech video that I've seen other people sort of do. They've done a lot of combo videos, but there's no real explanation as to timings or situation. It's just, look at this video, it does bare damage, man. So I thought I'd just try and break things down a little bit. Just some basic stuff for people out there playing the muscle mummy, you know. So I'll start off with just a few things regarding combo routes. So a lot of people in certain situations, they will literally be relying on the target combo spam. So you're going to go medium punch, and then into... Usually most people will go into the overdrive move, and then go from there. I mean, there are other routes, especially if you're in the corner. You don't need to waste your overdrive meter in that instance. You can literally do something involving back heavy punch, which is one of Marisa's actually best tools, and a lot of people don't use this because a lot of the time people in a corner, they will eat this all day long, and I don't see enough players using it. A lot of the top players at the minute, like Big Bird for example, are using this a lot more than just doing this in the corner, doing this in the corner, doing this in the corner into Gladius all the time. I mean, yes, it's still decent damage for what it is, but it's not optimal. But I've also seen them doing massive combos and just going, yeah, this is sick, but not actually talking about the timings of things. So Marisa's back heavy punch, you can charge it, and obviously I've got punish counter on at the moment. But because if you do just a standard back heavy punch, you can't combo into another one. So what you want to do, especially in certain situations where the opponent is punishable, whether they've done an EXDP or an unsafe move, and you have time to do this, especially if they're minus by quite a bit, charge the back heavy punch. Just charge it, and then you can do another one straight after. So you get the 2 hits there. From the second hit, there are options you can do in that situation. You can Gladius, for example, if you want to, for something very easy, very simple. You can do the step kick. The overdrive step kick does not combo in that instance. The startup is too much. It's 24 frames of startup. You can get the charged one, however, which is another thing I was going to talk about in a moment. But the route I'm talking about, which doesn't have a lot of explanations for players, you've got back heavy punch. See, that's the thing. This is what I was demonstrating here. When people whiff this, they don't understand why. So now the issue is with the charged crouch heavy, you need to make sure that when the opponent is bouncing, and I'll try and slow it down during the edit, you hit them as they're rising again, just after the bounce, because you actually need air. So I'll try and time this correctly as well, and it's difficult when you're talking about it and trying to demonstrate it at the same time. Alright, so that's basically it. That precise moment, and I'll slow it down so you can see where it's done, is where you need to hit the charged heavy crouch punch. And it's a full charge as well, so you hold down and then hold your heavy punch button, whatever that is, all the way, because you need to get enough height. From that, you can then drive rush into another back heavy punch, and then go into the Superman punch. So once you've got this, for example, I'm going to do half the combo, cut the combo in half. From there, you can actually do a crouch heavy punch again into another drive rush again. I mean but that again, it's more fancy than it is optimal. And another thing that a lot of players are not using is this forward knee. This forward knee is it does nutty damage when you link it into combos. Don't see a lot of people using. So you can go into level 3 from that and do almost 70% damage just from that move alone into the overdrive step kick. Take my love. Literally, so 71% damage. It's, yeah, we know she hits hard. So the other thing I want to talk about the Superman punch, especially in the corner, especially so in the corner. So if we do the string involving the scoop the whoop. Once you've done the Superman punch in that instance, for whatever string you go for, this is actually a safe jump. Do you see the way the animation cancels so quickly? It's like literally there's frames of animation being missed. She actually teleports. So the opponent in that instance, if they wake up EXDP, and what I'll do, I'll get the dummy to do it now. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the kind of thing you can get from an EXDP. I mean, I mistimed it a little, but almost 77%. It's crazy out here with Marisa's damage. So, yeah, one thing. Another safe jump setup, which we will do in neutral. So, on a drive impact, for example, if I show this now, you can do almost like a cross jump, sorry, a cross up safe jump setup. It's involving the back heavy punch. So if we drive impact, let's say you've won a drive impact, you do one punch of the overhead that Marisa has. It's a 2-hit combo. Just tap it once. So, it's the overdrive version. So you do the cross-up safe jump setup, is back heavy punch, charged back heavy. This is from a drive impact. Charge it all the way into the overdrive, overhead, and then jump using the light kick. So this is the where she goes into the crane dive animation. If you time it correctly, it will cross up, and then you can go into anything you want from here. Any kind of punish situation. That's the two that I'm aware of at the moment. Now the other thing I want to move on and talk about is tech in certain situations. I'm using Ken to begin with because a lot of players are so used to doing the Gladius, getting blown up by it because you're minus on block on this, so you have to do something. But what you want to do in certain situations, so I'll speak with Ken. So Ken, if I get him to block reversal, so let's go, we'll get him to do a EX Shoryuken. Okay, so I'll set that up just to demonstrate. The only way to beat this, because if you try and Gladius, you're going to get blown up. It breaks the armor. If you try to scoot him, it's going to break the armor. You can't even get it in time. Same with anything else. It's just going to beat everything out. So what you have to do in this situation, if an opponent for Ken keeps doing this, this is when you need to use Overdrive Gladius. And it will make the EXDP whiff. And you can punish accordingly. You can maybe even be able to go to level 3 from that. I'm just going to test that now. Yeah, which you can do. And look at the damage you will get from this. So that's 60% off of an EXDP. So I'm not complaining about that. I don't think any of you should either. Alright guys, another couple of things I suppose I can talk about are... I mean, I have time to play, Ken. Thank you very much. Are drive impact block strings, which are very, very useful in a corner. So we're going to turn off block, and if we move Kenneth to the corner, so if we put block back on, actually, this, so using the forward knee, that is a block string. And if I turn block off, just to show you the combo count, now the only issue with it, obviously, you will get a wall splat on block. And you can combo from that, whatever you want to do. The only issue is if they are in burnout. However, if I put the opponent in burnout, okay, he's recovering. All right, there we go. Standard. All right, so he's in burnout. So you do the drive rush forward heavy kick into that. It will not stun because it's a block string, and that's something that I had to learn as well. Block string drive impacts will not stun. It has to be a punish drive impact. So when it's raw, if we put this on fixed, it has to be a wall bounce drive impact. It can't be has to be that. It can't be the So the reason I've shown you that is obviously in certain situations on a knockdown, for example, I need to pull block off. When they're knocked down, you can drive rush into this to get a 2-hit combo counter, and it will do a lot of drive gauge damage. And like I said, if they're blocking, as most cases they will be on wake up, then they will get hit by it. The other thing as well, drive rush, you need to be using your overheads. A lot of people don't use the overheads. With Marisa, it does help to some degree, because you can combo into it. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can go through with you guys at the moment in time. We've covered safe jumps, we've covered Ken's EXDP, and that does translate across a lot of different characters as well. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope it was helpful to some degree. If there's anything you want me to go over specifically, I'll do my best to do so, as I'm not used to doing these kind of tips and tricks and tech videos. I'm more of a just, I am the person that learns by doing, and I'll punch you in the face. So if there's anything I can do, let me know. If you want explanations on how things work or anything else I can do to give some specifics, I will do my best to do so. Peace and out.